Champa and Goku were determined to fight seriously. Both would observe each other seriously. "I won't let you get away with your own," Champa would say. "We'll see about that," Goku would say seriously. Goku and Champa would launch each other like a torpedo. Both would begin to exchange blows with ferocity. Beerus was impressed. Goku was at Champa's level. "What does hatred and resentment do?" Beerus would say. "I wonder if Mr. Goku will be able to beat him. The fight looks very even. He has possibilities," Beerus would say. In a moment, Goku and Champa would mutually hit each other in the face, moving away from the force. Both were agitated. Several attacks had been connected between them. "Disgusting worm," Champa would say. "Shut up, overfed cat," Goku would say, annoying. "I guess I'll have to use the skill of my position," Champa would say. Champa would create a Hakai ball in each hand. "You're also going to waste time with that," Goku would say. "What are you talking about?" Champa would ask. "They have already used Hakai against me, and it has served them for nothing. I am also a god." "We'll see about that," Champa would say. Champa would throw his Hakai ball at Goku. He would hold it in his hand, resisting the destruction. "It's not true," Champa would say, disconcerted. Goku would scream, manifesting all his ki. He would be able to consume the Hakai himself. Both Champa and Beerus were really terrified by what they were seeing. "No, that's not true," Beerus would say. "A mortal can't do that." "Ha ha, I see you scared," Goku would say. Champa would use his other Hakai ball, but it would be the same result. Goku would manage to contain it just by applying a little effort. Beerus looked tense. He didn't want to trust the situation anymore, so he would join the fight. When Champa would see him by his side, he would bother him. "What are you doing?" Champa would ask, annoyed. "I'm sorry, but this is a risk," Beerus would say. "A mortal who can repel the Hakai should not be underestimated. I like it that way, that they know I impose respect," Goku would say. "Damn, now I'm in trouble. Beerus, get out of here, it's my fight," Champa would say. "It's enough. We have to eliminate him as soon as possible without leaving a trace of him," Beerus would say. Beerus and Champa would throw everything at Goku. Between them, they would manage to beat him. The Saiyajin could barely with them. He would receive all the attacks. "Damn, this is too much even for me," Goku would think. "What do you think of this?" Vados would ask. "At this point, I don't know what to think," Whis would say. "Let's wait and see what happens," Vados would say. Goku was in serious trouble. Champa and Beerus did what they wanted with him. At one point, Beerus would manage to knock Goku down with a hammer blow. This would hit the ground with a strong blow. Goku was really hurt. He could barely move. "It's better to end this once and for all," Beerus would say. "Yes, it was enough games," Champa would say. "At last they are going to end all this," Vados would say. Champa and Beerus would throw a great range of Hakai towards Goku. They would stand up just in time. Then Goku would manage to resist the combined attack, but at a great cost of effort. The Hakai would gradually begin to cover his body. It became more and more difficult for him to resist the attack. He got to a point where he couldn't take it anymore. Finally, the Hakai of both gods would explode. Goku would be surrounded by Hakai energy that consumed his energy. But he was enduring it, although at the limit. "How come he hasn't consumed it yet?" Champa would ask. "That's because he has too much energy inside," Beerus would say. "It's just a matter of time for whatever has to happen, Vados would say. The Hakai around Goku seemed to compress. while he kept screaming in pain. At some point, the Hakai energy would be dispersed. Goku would have resisted it, but at a great cost. Goku had lost his transformation. He would fall to the ground with his eyes blank. "It's finally over," Beerus would say. "Damn, this guy is resistant," Champa would say. "Luckily, we killed him, because leaving him alive would be a problem. They could finish eliminating him instead of contemplating it," Vados would say. Goku would get up with difficulty. Champa and Beerus couldn't believe it. "What is this guy who never dies?" Champa would ask, terrified. "Dear God, this is too much," Beerus would say. "Wait, why are we worried? If he couldn't with us anymore," Champa would say. "Look at him in the state he is in." Goku looked agitated. He was exhausted, but he still didn't lose the desire to fight. "You think you won? But you don't know that the Saiyans make us stronger and stronger while the rival is more powerful," Goku would say. Goku would scream, raising his ki to the maximum. Beerus and Champa would be surprised by how he broke his own limits. "This is not possible," Champa would say. "I told them not to trust each other, but they didn't listen to me," Vados would say. Goku would transform into Super Saiyan God again. Despite his lack of energy, the determination in him did not allow him to surrender. He would also keep raising his ki even more. Beerus and Champa would throw everything at him to prevent him from doing something. But Goku would achieve something magnificent by transforming into Super Saiyan Blue. In this way, Goku with a ki explosion would throw Beerus and Champa far away. "And well, that's how it all ends," Vados would say. "I can't believe it. Both are a disappointment," Beerus would say. "Damn it, we have to do something," Beerus would say. Goku would appear out of nowhere between Champa and Beerus, and he would hit each one under his ribs. Both gods would cough blood and would be hunched. They could hardly move. "This is over," Goku would say. Goku would try to hit the necks of both gods with the edge of his hands, but they would disappear instantly. Goku would turn terrified. Beerus and Champa were a few meters away. Both looked really calm, with a strange whitish energy that surrounded them. "What is this?" Goku would ask. "So, they are using the Ultra Instinct," Vados would say. "That's what they look like," Beerus would say. "Let's see how long it lasts." Beerus and Champa would disappear out of nowhere to reappear next to Goku. Both would kick him fiercely next to his ribs. Goku would cough blood as a result of the imposing blow. Then, Beerus and Champa would kick Goku far away. He could barely move. "It's better to end this once and for all," Beerus would say. "It's not true. What kind of trick is this?" Goku would ask. Goku would observe his hands. He knew that his state at this level would not last long. "I have to do something, and it has to be now." Goku would throw himself at Beerus. He would attack him with a fist blow. Beerus would move his head to one side as fair and necessary. "It's not true. It's as if he knew how I'm going to attack," Goku would say. Goku would attack Beerus again in the same way, and the same would happen. Then he would attack him with a rain of fist blows, but the god of destruction would move from side to side with subtle movements. Suddenly, Goku would feel a series of blows arrive at the same time and would be fired far away. Beerus had attacked him with such speed that Goku had not even been able to read it. Goku would fall to the ground. He would stand up again, but really hurt. He knew that time was running out and he had to think about something as soon as possible, or it would be his end. Then Champa would appear in front of him. Goku would attack him, and the same would happen as with Beerus. Champa dodged each of his attacks in the same way. I don't understand. They behave as if I were nothing to them. What kind of technique is that? Goku would ask. That's called Ultra Instinct, Vados would say. And it is something that only the true gods can achieve. Goku would be brutally attacked by both gods without him being able to do much. In a matter of minutes, we see Goku on his knees coughing blood. He still did not lose his form of the Super Saiyan Blue, but he was about to do it. Goku would stand up. He would try to use his last strength to fight. "Oh no," Vados would say. "Yes, I also realized," Beerus would say. Beerus and Champa would create a great ball of Hakai in their hands, but before attacking Goku, both would suffer great pain. Beerus and Champa would scream like condemned ones, while their bodies suffered from an explosion of internal energy. "What happened?" Goku would ask. "I can't believe it. They took too long," Beerus would say. "Ultra Instinct is going bankrupt due to energy expenditure," Vados would say. Both gods of destruction would scream in pain. All their muscles were contracted. Wastes of dark energy punished their bodies without them being able to move. "So I won," Goku would say. Goku would raise his ki to the maximum to give his last blow. He would close his fists, covering them with ki, and he would throw himself like a torpedo towards the gods of destruction. In an instant, he would hit the chest of each one. Beerus and Champa would give their last breath before dying. "Well, we are left without gods," Vados would say. Indeed. Goku would lose his blue form and fall seated. He was really exhausted, but he felt really happy. "Ah, I finally did it," Goku would say. "Ah, I feel so happy." "Have you noticed that your action will cause imbalance in the 12 universes?" Vados would ask. "It's not true." "The person who hired me said it was for the good of the universes," Goku would say. "And who exactly was it?" Vados would ask. "I don't know. He was Hit's client. If Hit trusts him, so do I. Now I will collect my debt to revive my friend," Goku would say. Goku would leave there despite his wounds. "Who do you think it is?" Vados would ask. "I have no idea," Beerus would say. Hours later, Goku was in better shape. He would arrive at his lair to present his work. The voice would appear. "So you have completed your mission?" the voice would say. "Yes, and it will be better if you keep your word. This trip was harder than I thought, but I still did it," Goku would say. "Good, it's fair," the voice would say. "Now tell me how to revive Hit," Goku would say. "I will do something better than that," the voice would say. Daishinkan would finally show up. He was the one who carried out the task. "Wait a minute, are you an angel?" Goku would ask. "Do you look like all the angels I have seen with each god of destruction? I am more than that. My name is Daishinkan. I am the father of all angels," Daishinkan would say. "Father of angels?" Goku would say, disconcerted. "Hey, so what's all this about?" "Believe me, his work will prevent the destruction of the 12 universes," Daishinkan would say. Daishinkan would snap his fingers. Goku would appear in a strange room. Then Daishinkan would snap his fingers again. All the gods of destruction would appear as if nothing. "Where are we?" Bermud would ask. "He was supposed to be dead," Beerus would say. "Hey, we had an agreement," Goku would say. "And I will fulfill it," Daishinkan would say. Daishinkan would snap his fingers. Hit would appear next to Goku. "Hit, are you alive?" Goku would say. Hit would touch his chest. "I couldn't believe it. That seems..." Hit would say, confused. What is going on? Beerus would ask. I hired Mr. Goku to eliminate them, Daishin-kan would say. All the gods would remain silent before such news, and can we ask why? Jerez would say. So they know what could happen if a mortal challenges them, and the result has been more than clear, Daishin-kan would say. That's why Zenozama has made a tough decision. He would end up saying something furious to Daishin-kan. What could happen now that Daishin-kan revealed to be Goku's contractor?